What's up, Team Takeover? Wayne Shada here. Um, I wanted to give you guys my thoughts on the UFC 128 card that happened out of New Jersey this weekend. Um, Forgive me if I'm in like a down mood. I tried doing this vlog earlier today, but it came out too depressing. I don't know how much better this is going to be, but we'll see how it goes. But for a lot of you that watch my vlogs, you know that I'm in that I went to the UFC show in New Jersey. I know a lot of Team Takeover members went. Gary the Great and Blood St. Lane, Chris Fahrenheit, Curly Main. A lot of people went to the show. Going into it, I knew that I was in the minority when it came to being a Shogun fan. Um, the whole crowd seemed to be really behind John Jones. I don't know, because they're not huggers or they don't know what's going on, or I don't question somebody's loyalty to a fighter. But either way, they were behind him. But with that being said, I'm going to start off the vlog by mentioning the Schwab Miracle Crow Cop fight. Great fight. Crow Cop looked good. He didn't look like he was clinching and talking, having small talk during the fight like he usually has been doing. But Schwab is a bigger guy, out-muscled Crow Cop. Took him down with ease, actually, a lot of times, and was holding him against the cage. During the first round, Schwab won hands down. Got warned with for punching in the back of the head. Second round, he did it again, which so at that point it was a tie. I thought Crow Cop started to kind of come back. He didn't throw a lot of leg kicks. I think he was scared because of the takedowns. But he did bust up Schwab pretty badly. He broke his nose, which I was hoping that would help him gas. But either way, during the third round, Crow Cop again was starting to tee off on Schwab. It looked like it was going to happen. With a minute left, Schwab hits him with a counter right with the back of the head, back of the ear, and knocks out Crow Cop, who I hate to say, but Crow Cop, out of everybody that gets knocked out, he always, every knockout that he is the receiver. You just it looks horrible. But either way, Crow Cop's knocked out. The crowd all of a sudden erupted. The majority of them were Crow Cop fans. I thought during the fight, "Let's go Crow Cop" chants were happening. But either way, crowd erupted. Schwab wins. Seems like he was real apologetic about winning the fight and knocking out Crow Cop. Crow Cop's a big hero of a lot of guys in MMA. So either way, fight's over. Second fight, Nate Marquardt defeated Dan Miller by unanimous decision. Props to Dan Miller for even taking this fight, because he took it on short notice for Akiyama. Marquardt just kind of overpowered him. There was some really close stoppages during the fight because Dan Miller had him in a guillotine throughout the fight, but not much to talk about except the fact that Dan Miller and the Miller brothers themselves are tough sons of bitches, and they'll get knocked down for anything. So either way, I hope to see Dan Miller fight again. Seems like whenever it's a top tier fighters, he kind of falls short. So either way, props to Dan Miller. He has nothing to be ashamed about. Nate Marquardt's still one of the top 185ers. So either way, third fight, Jim Miller defeated Kamal Shalarus. Miller looked like he wanted to make a statement about fighting for the lightweight championship. Love the Miller brothers again, awesome guys. Miller just beat Shalarus to like crazy. And third round, I believe the fight stopped. The crowd's definitely behind Miller since he's a New Jersey boy, but that's how it goes. Miller just dominated, and he's making this case. It looks like he might be fighting Pettis next, and then whoever wins that goes against Frankie Edgar. So we'll see. Miller's not very well known, because of his mouth. He doesn't really talk much. He just kind of blue collar, go in and go out, fights, and that's it. He finds a way. He finds a way to win, and he's a tough son of a bitch too. Both Miller brothers, awesome guys. Fourth fight of the main card: Uriah Faber and Eddie Ryland. Faber's probably got the best intro in MMA. When he came out, the whole arena lit up. Had like this whole like sunny Cali feel to it. Awesome. I think the crowd was really behind Faber. Eddie Wineland though, he's came into this fight looking like he wanted to make a statement, like he wanted to prove all the naysayers against him. And he won the first round. Wineland was really looking great. But towards the second and third round, Faber just, he's dynamic at that weight. He just kind of was having his way with him, with the Wineland. But great fight. There's not one bad fight on this main card. So, it was really good. I was really pleased as far as the fights. They lived up to their reputation. Which goes down to the last card, fight of the card. John Jones and Shogun, and John Jones beat Shogun, and he's also, according to the UFC, the youngest champion ever. This is depressing, man, because Shogun's one of my heroes. As you can see, I have the Bad Boy shirt. This loss hurt a lot, and I can't even explain how depressed I was about this. The crowd was pretty much behind John Jones. I'm guessing because most of the people are, they wanted to root for the local boy. Some idiots were chanting USA, USA during the fight, which makes no sense. Listen, people, MMA is not about race and countries and all that stuff. You could be an American and love Brazilian fighters, Japanese fighters. The one thing I love about MMA is there's no, as far as the fans' loyalty, there really isn't much loyalty as far as like their homegrown guys. Guys could be fans of anybody. So the fact that Shogun was being booed because he's from Brazil is ridiculous. Or whoever was booing Shogun, just crazy fight. I watched the fight live, and I was horrified. I could only imagine how. I mean, I wasn't the biggest Fedor fan, but I could imagine now what it feels like to watch. I kind of felt like got flashbacks of how Fedor got manhandled too. I'm at a loss for words. This loss hurts. John Jones goes in there, flying knee. Shogun looked like, I don't know what was. Shogun didn't look like he was Shogun. Shogun looked like the Shogun that fought Forrest Griffin. The man gassed, and I don't know why he gassed. Whether he was out of shape, whether it was ring rust. He came, into this fight looking in shape. I know during the fight, John Jones was giving him elbows to the body, and that seemed to take a lot out of him. Every single body shot took out of him a lot of energy. I don't know what else to say, except that John Jones is awesome. I don't like the hype train that he's on, but it is what it is. I'll give him respect for beating a legend, a living legend like Shogun. Even during the first round, I just had a bad feeling about it. He was just tattooing this dude all over the face with just punches and knees, and I know Shogun was trying to go for the submission, but he's just so lanky, skinny, lanky guy. And Shogun didn't really have anything. There was nothing he could do. He looked so helpless, man. He looked so helpless. But either way, you know, second round, Shogun got through the round. Second round, I thought Shogun was gonna start kind of coming back. I thought maybe the magic of Shogun was gonna happen, you know, where he just starts to hulk up, or I don't know what was gonna happen. I thought Shogun was gonna. I was hoping John Jones was gassed, but he wasn't. Shogun comes in, lands a couple of shots, but John Jones just kind of hits him with a couple of body blows, and Shogun once again looks like he's exhausted. And the first round he looked slow. The second round he looked even slower. At that point, with John Jones, who's got precision striking, anything that Shogun threw just looked like it was half-assed. Which is what's crazy is something that they mentioned. I think on the telecast, I was able to hear the radio the television broadcast through my headphones that you could buy at the arena. They made a great point about the reach, how, you know, at that point Shogun's exhausted as is, and he's got to now throw his body into and exert himself to try to get out of John Jones' reach just to land something, you know, and that's got to take a toll on him. But either way, third round, John Jones once again hits him with a couple of shots. You know what's crazy? Oh my God, I'm still not over this. And you know, if this vlog sucks, my bad. But what's crazy is how, like, I don't know, like this is so unbelievable how John Jones like comes out of nowhere in MMA. He just comes in and just dominates dudes. He makes dudes look like bums and novices. Like if a person for the first time was watching MMA and they looked at that fight, they would probably say, "Wow, this Shogun guy, he's really inexperienced. He really, you know, he looks like he needs a couple more fights in him." And that John Jones, oh, he's the man. You know, you would think that like John Jones was the veteran and Shogun was the novice, but yeah, that was just heartbreaking. I walked out of the place dumbfounded. Couldn't even drive home. I had to get my boy Joey to drive me home. Uh, but you know, I guess Shogun will live another day. You know, it's part of life losing. It sucks. I don't know who's going to be able to beat John Jones. Maybe Phil Davis eventually, if that even happens, you know. Just a sad day for MMA, sad day for Team Takeover. Hating all this internal fighting that's going on. I'm mentioning it on my vlog because I don't like it. But you know, shout out to Bloodstained Lane. I didn't get to hang out with him. He himself had a crazy weekend. He was depressed after the fight. Gary the Great, shout out to him, and just everybody in Team Takeover, Hooligan and Sean, and you know, it is what it is, man. Looks like the John Jones era is the real deal, unlike the Machida era. But let me know what you guys think. It is what it is. I'm sorry if this is like depressing or this is a boring vlog, but I had to do it. I didn't want to do it, but I have an obligation to do this. So either way, thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see. I think from the next like month there's like 1 or 2 shows, so just gonna kind of probably do like a weekly vlog until the next event. So stay up, War Shogun. You'll be back. We love you. You'll always be the champ in my heart. And thanks for watching. Add me on Twitter, teamtakeover.tk. Peace.